Ah. Ugh.
Sega.
We're gonna take the music in game from this side. Get replace. Should be every 4 games here, so 1, 2, 3. Not really, so I'm missing one play. What's we got? What's we got? What's we got? Got 3 of it. Oh damn. Pretty much sure that I downloaded all of the replace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh damn, could be the patch. Did the patch fuck this up? Should be also it was only a map and some bug fixes here. So it's really strange. Holy shit. Alright. Let's try to download it again. The level game. Alright, so we got. Oh, it's because of the name. Alright. Damn. Really strange. Okay. So it's. Yeah. Now I get it. So the file, they don't have any names, so it appears like temp, and the computer cannot read it because it's the same name there. So first of all, we're gonna see what games we want to cast from what we got. So we got Barbager and Nos Markov. That will be the games by what we got here. There we go. And we got the Good Master as well against Donnie Shan. And oh damn, we're gonna need to download again and change the name of the file because this appearing as it's actually here. Don't know what's going on. The replace sector here. Alright, we're gonna keep one. Let's see, we're gonna keep this one and that one. We're gonna erase this one. Really strange. Alright, so it did appear finally. So we got Barbager, we got Storm Jaeger, lost Glider as well. Still missing one reply. And let's try to download it again and see what the hell is going on here. We're gonna change some names again. So it seems like we got a small bug on the replace sections. So here you go. We're gonna try to refresh. It should appear. I got lots of people. Let's see if places are here. Not really. Alright, let's erase this one. Yeah, I'm gonna erase and refresh again. Oh, it didn't appear. Alright, so we're gonna need to start the game, unfortunately. We're gonna start very fast here. Takes some time just to start the company errors. Good luck, have fun. Alright. So we got 4 games to cast today. We should be having all the replays, hopefully. Well, we are actually having some issues here to find the replays. It's a little bit weird. Could be that I got too many workshop content, so it could be modes and things like that. I really need to start erasing all of that because the entire game engine gets a little bit clump, and there you go, we're having the same issues. Badger, fortunately, still missing one replayer. Not sure what's going on here. I just cannot download the reply. Let's try again. Still nothing. Alright. Let's restart computers again. Quite quite sad. Because I really, the idea was to go for 4 games. Well, it's a little bit sad if we cannot. Yeah, I guess so. It could be the patch. But the game was only bug fixes and some map controls, and see more. They barely touch on the in-game controls or any units updated. Let's see if yeah, we don't have it. Oh, damn, unfortunately. Alright. So we got 3 games anyway. Not bad. So let's really put it. 1. Let's go for game 2. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Yeah, normally. But if it's just a small bug fix, it normally works, but could be the maps issues. Since a lot of bug fixes on the maps and changes, perhaps something like that. And we got the new maps. So, really, Crossroads Winter. I never played this map. I really want to see it, how it goes. Got really nice games here anyway. Hopefully, we yeah. It's really pity we should have at least one more game, but we don't, unfortunately. Alright, so let's go for game 2. Right. I think we got everything ready and prepare for it. Alright, so our first game will be should be Norse Markov against Osligat, and then we got Borbazir as well against Osligat, and we're gonna finish our gameplay here with Stum Yaga. So there you go. Alright, let's go for the first game. And lit up. A little bit tired, just arrived from work, but I'm always tired. Alright, Lost Glider being our map to pick here. It's a beautiful map actually. We got Norse Markov playing with the Wehrmacht right now, and elite troops on the lookout. Not bad. It's really a good commander, very versatile, and you got really nice pick. Jaeger infantry can be very powerful because of the ambush camouflage on the MGs and Panzer Grenadiers or any infantry unit pretty much. So it's very nicely commanded to pick. Can be very strong. If you realize having double Panzer Grenadiers with the Shreks on them, on the camouflage, just holding fire, waiting for that tank to approach, or light vehicle, one fully barrage can destroy a tank very easily. Or even equipping the MGs with camouflage as well can be very good to suppress infantry on those key points. And we also got Mechanized Assault Doctrine. One of my favorites is since the beginning of the game. Was really nice commander to pick. Alright, we're gonna increase the game, I guess. Let's just increase a little bit here. The game itself. Oh, shit, it's actually fine. So we're gonna decrease the music. Just a tiny bit more, perhaps just a tiny bit more, just to be on the ground side. And Jaeger Infantry is great because you can skip tier 1 and get stairs with the command squad. Yeah, it's really a nice command. It's very strong actually for early and mid gameplay. Even at the late game can be very deadly, having those Panzer Grenadiers camouflage with Shreks on it. It can be very powerful and very strong as well. Alright, so we got Osligat going directly to urban defense tactics. I'm seeing a lot of people picking up this commander on this map, you need to realize that if you grab this building here, it will be very difficult for your opponent to destroy the building itself, just because of the 4 HQ. You can just clump here, a lot of units, heal up, reinforce, so it's a lot of pressure right here on the center of the map, and that center can be very powerful because you can flank from the sides, you can put enormous pressure on your opponent, and it's really perfect against Wehrmacht or even Oberkommando West. They got so much difficult to counter attack it. With Oberkommando West is more easy. Normally I say Oberkommando West, but it's Austria, as you should be saying, because Oberkommando West it's the same as Austria, so you need to realize that some old players as myself, they call that faction Austria and not Oberkommando West. So again, it's really a nice build here. But it's just having that forward HQ. I think that is just waiting for the tier 1, that point there just to unlock it, and this is really nice play. Look at this. There you go, managed to get in. So we got the first engagement on the mid conscripts against Pioneer Squad. So Norse Markov will need to deal with this building. It's a lot of Soviet players doing this tactic, and it's not that famous. This tactic was explored, if I'm not mistaken, was by Barton when this commander did come out. I think a lot of people were exploring the game, and this was one of the maps that tactics like this were very crucial for the Soviets. Really nice cutoff point as well here by Jens-Legat, very aggressive. I'm actually a very aggressive player, but a long time I don't play 1v1s, so I'm a little bit risky, but still can see a lot of strategic points here by both players going in. They are playing very nicely. The Grenadiers against Combat Engineers, they can be almost equalize it. We got already small damage, and one model already goes down. So it's yellow cover against yellow cover, but it's 4 models against 3. So it's a few more shots. And right now, Jens-Legat is playing so aggressive. Look at that. Nicely flanked here with the conscripts in the arrow range here, really nicely. And look at that, just making that entire squad fall back. So you got 4 conscripts. It's very important to build 4 conscripts, or you can go for double engineers, as we can see here, and triple conscripts build. They can be very efficient, as we are seeing here by Jens-Legat. A little bit problematic right now by Norse Markov.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Just taking some time to push in the map. His fuel point being contested since the cutoff point being disabled for quite some time, but he managed to bounce back. Alright, so I'm seeing 1 point for the Soviet. So it's unlocking the 4 HQ. There's a few possibilities again. These buildings are quite strong to take out or do damage. Even with the flamethrower, it will take you a lot of time just to destroy the building or set on fire. A nice comeback here by Norse Markov because of you know, Jens-Legat needed to fall back and heal up his infantry units, and he did that. It's going for the support weapon Campania, so it can be very efficient here. So the Grenadiers, they will win this fight because they are really on the cover area compared to the conscripts. It appears like yellow cover, but it's actually not. They should be a little bit in this area they are just getting picked on the sides right now by the Grenadiers. So it's those small engagements actually makes a huge difference. If you fight your opponent by the sidelines and not on the front line of the cover area, you will benefit from knocking down those infantry units. As we saw, you know, a very low health Grenadier squad almost forcing the entire conscripts there with a full health. So really nice, nice engagement there for Norris Markov. You just end up bleeding his opponent, so it's something that you want to do and realize that you need to play a little bit like that. 1v1s is crucial. On 2v2s, it's a different game. You cannot compare 1v1s to 2v2s combat areas. The maps are different, the income of supplies are different, and then you need to deal not only with one opponent, but it's double opponents here. Here comes the beautiful shots.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
MG crew, merely retreating. He doesn't want to lose any models, so it's a good decision. It's actually a very important decision by Wehrmacht. He got his bunker building up as well, building up his 2-2 as well. So you're seeing the late sheet mechanized company coming in. So I guess he got really nice options by building this mechanizer Campania. So you got the 2-2, can be very efficient against infantry. Also the half track can be very good if you want to maintain some territory pressure against his opponent. The F track will be a good option there. So we're seeing the 2-2-2, the Scott car coming in. So it's very nicely to deal with the shocks. Can be very efficient against infantry. And nice play there. They managed to express those shock troops, but the shock troops managed just to run from the battle with only one loss. Seeing the anti-tank, light anti-tank gun here, the M42 by Osliga. Oh, nice tripwire flares. As we can see, this is a good option for the Soviets. The Soviets, they got more possibility to lay down some attrition warfare compared to most of the factions. The Soviets, they can do a lot of indirect damage against your opponent. So the tripwire flares, it only costs you 10 munitions and it can kill one model. But if your squads are very low, if they are really clumped to each other, you may lose 2 models as well. So it's really a good call to use the tripwires as efficient as it can be, and it can be very deadly against Wehrmacht as well, and can be very efficient. So you already lost a model there by the tripwire, and now lost a model by soft retreating. That he's trying to hold the building, doesn't want to give this territory for free against his opponent. He just want to hold a little bit until he can bring more infantry units. As we are seeing, the Panzergrenadiers already coming to the side of the map. So he's just waiting for those reinforcements to come in and start working out on the pushes. Here comes the shock troops again. But there you go. Smoke grenade goes in. MG getting out. This could be a good trap. Oh, he's setting up the MG. That's badly. Oh, shock troops inside the building. Oh, soft retreat there on the MG. That's a bad call. Oh, this could be a good wipe. There you go. Nicely done. I saw Norris Markov a little bit misclick perhaps, or just took him quite some time to realize that he was getting pushed. Again, he was micro this 222, so a little bit busy there. It's normally when you micro unit and you think you should be okay by not having any visual direct visual to the contact area of the fight. Can be very difficult. Comes the T-70. That's a 10-minute mark T-70. So it's very early actually, and it could be a little bit early if I was got it. But it makes sense, you know, he didn't have manpower for it. Take some manpower just to build up, upgrading, and you need to realize he cannot lose too many units as well. So Oslo only got the field infirmary. He got double. Still needs to unlock the Molotov package and anti-tank gun.
Fall back! Fall back!
T-70 will be an issue for Norse Markov. Again, you still got the mechanized companion. You could go for the Pack 40. It's a good option to counterattack the T-70. Another tripwire flare, as we saw that one of the models just die into it. So you need to realize that having a lot of tripwire means you will lose one model, and losing that model could inflict a lot of damage to you. So if you realize you only got 4-man squads on the Grenadiers, so it could be very deadly to it. Oh, this is a good trap. Oh, it's keeping up with the conscripts there, not giving up. Oh, T-70 is going for the TT2 here. Nice play there by Norse Markov. As we saw, he just stopped. He's just waiting for the T-70 to come in. So he's going to throw the Grenadier squad, trying to go for fast. Oh, he managed to it. Oh, nice. Double shreks. One managed to connect to it. Second one as well. Just need one more shot. 2 models. Oh, he misses. Second shot. It's a fully bullseye. Almost lost the entire squad there of Panzer Grenadiers with double shreks. But he managed to kill the T-70. So it's less of a problematic situation for him right now. Still, he still got a few options here. He still got a commander to pick. He got this, the Battle Phase 2 unlocked. He got plenty of manpower. He could go for Panzer Force if in 3 minutes mark, if he decides to go for Panzer Force, could be a good option. Comes Markov trying to open up the game a little bit more, so it's spreading his units. Again, a lot of mines. The Soviets, they got so many options to drop mines, to trip wire. It's a lot of diversity with the Soviets. Good call there by Markov. Really nice play. You know, not having any losses. He's just losing a little bit of time to heal up and move to the battlefield, but he's not losing any models, so it's playing very conservative with his infantry. That 222 still needs repairs, but he needs to keep up with the points, he needs to keep up with the aggressive, he needs to inflict some wipes. Unfortunately, not benefiting from any wipes. It's building up a little bit there. Not sure. Got really nice commands to pick. But I think that he's going for elite troops. It's building up a lot. Oh my gosh, main gun destroy. It's a little bit risky there. Comes the repairs. And it comes Panzer IV on the build for Norse Markov. Also got going for the mechanized armor Campania, and well, he doesn't have that much fuel compared to his opponent already having a Panzer IV almost coming to the field. The Panzer IV can be very deadly against conscripts. The AoE damage against this infantry unit particularly can be very efficient and can kill a lot of infantry units. The entire tank, it's quite nicely, but some RNG compared to the Sherman or even the T-34 7.6 can be more efficient. It's all about RNG, but at least you can realize this tank to be very performance against infantry, even against conscripts. So can be very efficient. Here comes the Panzer IV trying to deal with the shock troops, just moving in. Not a soft retreat, as you saw. Markov not falling back. He decided to wait a little bit until those reinforcements come in to apply for VPs. It needs to grab the VPs. Beautiful shot there by the Panzer IV. 3 kills. 3 kills. And it comes. There you go. Mine being triggered there. Panzer IV engine damage. 4 kills in counting. Shock troops almost got destroyed there. Same now. The MG44 stolen by Ozilgat. Comes another anti-tank made by the conscripts. A lot of immediately repairs needing on the TT2 and the Panzer IV right now. Here comes the M42. It's not that efficient against the Panzer IV. It's not that efficient. You actually need at least 2 more of anti-tank guns. Here comes the T-34 7.6 for Ozilgat. So it's really a good tank. Again, the big issue with those light tanks, well, it's not light tanks, those medium tanks, it's counting a lot of RNG. I already saw a few more than once T-34 killing squads and whopping squads very easily, but at the same time I already saw Panzer IV killing infantry as way too efficient. So we got 10 kills right now, mostly because of the shock troops, but yeah, it makes a huge difference. And having that Panzer IV, it's always good, it's a good call. And having a T-34 can be very efficient. Look at that, he managed to kill 2 models on the engineers. A little bit too aggressive here by Ozilgat. So he will end up losing the T-34 because he's aiming against the infantry. He's trying, wow, Panzer IV missed the shot on the front line. Oh my gosh, he just managed to kill the entire squad of Grenadiers with a crippled engine T-34 7.6, and the LMG just drops there. Wow, that's a tough, well, it's a fair amount of losses. So losing a T-34, wiping the entire squad there, and just losing right now the M42 attack run by a tank and the Panzer Grenadiers as well. Again, that abandoned LMG there. Short trips going for the killing blows. Green cover being utilized very well, but nicely by Markov. He immediately saw that shock troops is moving to the green area, just putting in that beautiful bundle, 27 grenades. T-2 with 9 kills and counting, so it's been very efficient here. But still, VP control and map control, mostly like 7% of the map goes for Ozilgat. Well, the big issue is just the LMG there. Unfortunately, I think all of the conscripts they are fully updated here. Comes the fix on the Panzer IV. Wow. Well, 70 kills, one vehicle destroyed. LMG will get picked perhaps by the engineers. There you go. It's a last lead pick. Normal. It's this gun there, 18A as well on the Panzer IV. Good call, well done by us the gun. A little bit sacrificial there with the conscripts. Oh, he could go down here even on the retreat. By one shot, but Panzer IV perhaps. Oh, he managed to escape. Becomes a secondary Panzer IV. It makes sense if the first Panzer IV is dealing a lot of damage. As we are seeing, 20 kills, one vehicle destroyed. Why not build a secondary Panzer IV? Panzer IVs can be very efficient, but it depends as well on RNG. So sometimes they work very nicely, and other times they are just a waste of munitions and of fuel and manpower. A nice play there by Markov. He got pushed back really severely until around 18 minutes of a game mark, I guess. And now he's managing to come in to the gameplay. It feels more comfortable comparing that he got 2 tanks now. He can be a little bit more aggressive. Nice damage there on the conscripts.
We are losing territory.
Alright, so Ozligat got pushed back. He got fuel for the SU-85, but he's building up engineers. I really think the SU-85 is more than enough, but he's opening up with double 80 guns here. One of the Panzer IVs could go down here. It's very low health, engine damage as well. Oh my gosh, will he lose double Panzer IVs here? He got an angle for it. Attack ram perhaps? Oh, it's on the move. Everything is on the move. Oh, alright. So we've seen the Panzer Grenadiers a little bit close. Yeah, it makes sense that he wanted to try to fall back the 80 gun for just not losing manpower. Because he needs to use the squad to pick her up again and reinforce that squad, reinforce the 80, and that's not very smart. So very low health there on the Panzer IVs. That's the issue, you know. If he did have SU-85 there, he could have killed those Panzer IVs very easily, and the game could have been very different. So Markov is going for elite troops, as we saw. It was the perfect, and it did make more sense to pick this commander. Mostly because of the Tiger Ace. I think that he's aiming for the Tiger Ace, so he's playing with the Panzer IVs right now, trying to make the game a little bit controllable, trying not to lose too many squads, trying to grab the map, grab the VPs, trying to keep up with the fuel. I'm seeing right now a T-34 coming in for us. They got another T-34 Spin 6 and another Panzer IV coming in for Markov. Well, this is well, he's going to get punished. Ozligat will get punished, but you need to realize that this happened to anyone on the game. It's not easy. You need to realize it's not easy. I remember that I played yesterday against Login on one against one, and I lost badly most of it because of a light vehicle as a 251. Because of it. Oh, beautiful, beautiful big there. Full squad of engineers on the mine. It was plenty on the mine, and that was the perfect shot there just to wipe the entire squad. Oh, where I'm exposed on the Panzer IV. Comes the T-34, 7.6. Well, I really don't see Ozilgat coming in on the game. I really don't agree with the T-34 right now because he got double 80 guns. I really thought that having an HQ-85 would be a better option. Alright, man. Grenadiers with LMGs, they, as we can see, 23 kills and counting. Compared to 6 kills with normal conscripts. It's true that the conscripts, they don't have a big use of kill ratio, but if I manage to do a lot of damage with the conscript unit, like 22 kills, I think that's more than fair. I'm seeing a squad with 14 kills. It's only 27 minutes of a gameplay. It makes a huge difference. The conscripts are still a little bit of a difficult unit to be playing with. Sometimes they feel way too weak. Unfortunately, not having the Molotovs unlocked for Ozilgat, it's you know, it's bleeding out mostly because of it. Because having the Molotovs means you can inflict damage to your opponent. Nicely played there by Ozilgat. Oh my gosh! Holy Jesus, man, that's... Oh my. It got engineers. Come on, pick up that Panzer IV. It's abandoned. It's abandoned Panzer IV. Should go for repairs. Oh, he's trying to repair it. Oh, but here comes the Panzer IV. Engine damage on it. Secondary Panzer IV coming in as well to give fast response here. Oh, he misses. Oh my gosh, he bounces from the side armor. There you go, he managed to inflict the last shot there. Nicely done. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I get it. Why the reason that Ozilgat is having a difficult game. It makes sense. It's just, it happens to any player. If you just that adopting phase on the game. Oh, what a shot by the Panzer IV there on the shock troops. Again, the AoE damage on the Panzer IV can be very punished against infantry.
We have 200 points remaining.
But I can feel a little bit of RNG. It's not every day, and it's not every game that the Panzer IV will be that efficient. And I truly understand that Ozilgat is having so much difficult right now. And I really don't see him bouncing back in the game. Just not having any fuel right now. The fuel point is being contested as well. The game is not looking that great. He lost a lot of infantry units. One of the 80 guns got destroyed. So I really don't think that he managed to push him. Well, what he could have done was to go for the QV2 because he did have fuel. It means the will be a late QV2, but since he did have those double AT guns, could have been a good option as well. But he's bouncing back. You know, he's not giving up. He's still there on the fight. big issue with the T-34. It's sometimes not penetrating on the flag panzer, and it missed too many shots. The T-34 is very cheap compared to the Panzer IV, but I really think that is a little bit too expensive in terms of fuel. It should be around 85 fuel cost and not 90, because that's costly. 90 fuel just doesn't make sense for me, because you miss. It rarely penetrates the tank. You need to go for the side armor or the rear armor, and it can be a waste of manpower sometimes. There you go. T-34 goes down. That's it. That's the game ball for Ozligat. It's building up another T-34-76. It's a lot of RNG for Ozligat, unfortunately. It makes it's quite difficult when things like that happen, but it does happen.
We are losing territory.
Mostly because of the Panzer IVs being so efficient against infantry. Really a big kill ratio here.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
But that's the problem with the Soviets. It's trusting the conscript build. It only works if you got a lot of conscripts. For conscripts, it's a need for the Soviet faction to be very mobile and versatile. Could go down there. Oh, nicely dodged. Almost getting entirely wiped.
Taken our supply sector.
Just, it's a victory unit, and he only got 8 kills. It's not that, the squad is here since the beginning of the game. It's 32 minutes, doesn't make sense. But again, it doesn't have any Molotovs, and having the Molotovs builds that flamer damage that it does against infantry units, putting the squad off a little bit low, and it's perfect then for the conscripts to counterattack and can be very efficient. Here you go, 22 kills on the conscript unit squad. So it should be around this, but a 7-man squad is just not that efficient. It can be very efficient, but I feel like the conscripts, they need still some changes. I prefer to be a little bit expensive.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
But it depends on the commander pick for this faction actually. The shock troops can be very good. They can be very deadly. It's not that difficult to kill 30 infantry units with a shock troop. Just the amount of damage. Yeah, I really don't agree having the 90 fuel cost on the T-34-76. It should be 85 because they actually need that tank a little bit early. And it's only 5 fuel cost. It's not something that different. They could increase the manpower to 320, comparing that it only costs you 300. So 320 manpower cost with 85 fuel, I think will be more efficient for the Soviets. Comparing that the conscripts build, it's a little bit difficult against Panzer IVs, because the Panzer IVs here we damaged, it's bigger. And it's perfect to deal with infantry. Again, against infantry, because Panzer IVs can die easily against Shermans or even some tanks on the game. And T-34A5 can be very deadly sometimes. So it's a lot of RNG. We've seen a difficult game here for Ozligat, but he did have the early gameplay, the mid gameplay, 7% of it map control, so that's mean a lot of fuel. Lots of fuel income, and totally different gameplay as well.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
But I must say that Ozilgat playing till the end, still not giving up, still fighting for it.
Our command post is under assault.
Well, this is a ranking game. You should play till the end. It makes sense for me. Oh, he's trying to stop the Panzer IV, but he was trying to go for the side armors. Comes the nade. T-34 goes down.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
There you go. A little bit of range quit. Yeah. GG. Anyway, you know, shit happens. It's not an easy game at all. Come on, select. Oh. There you go. Alright, so the Panzer IV costs you 120 fuel. Costs you 350 manpower. It's a expensive tank for the Wehrmacht in terms of manpower. But again, as we saw, Panzer IV being so deadly against infantry, the AoE damage is very large. So if your conscript squad is a little clump, you may lose the entire squad to it. And if it's really close to that main gun, it can be very deadly. As we saw those shock troops, and it's a bloody shock troops, you know, they got armor, and you lost the entire squad in this side by just bringing a little clump to the main gun of the Panzer IV. It was a good kill for Markov. A lot of RNG. This was a lot of RNG for Wehrmacht player. RNG did manage to pull a nice victory here. You know, a lot of kills, lots of bleed out by the Soviets. We're gonna see the stats really fast, so we can see the difference here. But that 90 fuel cost on the T-3476 just doesn't make sense for me. A few years back, I think it was 80 fuel cost for a T-34, but they were very efficient because it was spammable, so you could build more. And the idea of ramming against Panthers and Panzer IVs or even an Elephant was a little bit too effective because the main gun gets damaged and you need to repair to fix the main gun by going for. So it was really a nice ability there by the T-34, but since they removed that ability by crippling the main gun or doing damage to it, unfortunately was a little bit sad. I think the tank needs a little bit love there. The conscript still is a problematic unit. If you give HP on that squad, they get way too efficient against any Axis opponent. And then, as we saw, look at this, the infantry damage on the Panzer IVs, working out even better than the Flak Panzer. Efficiency of 259%, so 4,527 damage against infantry units. It's a lot of infantry kills. We're gonna go for overview here. So we got 150 kills compared to 196 losses, and the amount of damage goes for the Ozilgat. 80 guns can do more damage even against medium tanks, so comparing to it, it's just it's true that if you don't adapt to the map or to the game situation, or if you get adaptable a little bit too late, can be very beneficial for your opponent, and it can be very severely to the Soviet player. I prefer playing with the SVTs on the conscripts because they are more efficient. I find myself killing more units, and makes a huge difference if you want to bleed your opponent. But I really built a full conscript strat. But I could advise Osgard to try that commander. It's really nice to have SVTs. It only costs you 45 ammo, and it's a vet3 conscripts. They get vet3 really fast, and yeah, you just put 3 Boltons for the conscript itself under a load time or cooldown. It's very nicely, and again, they can be very severely, and having 4 conscripts with SVTs can be entirely a deadly game against Wehrmacht or even against Panzerfusiliers with G43s. So unfortunately, it's a bad game for us. We got a lot of RNG against him, but a nice play by Norse Markov because he was pushed back since the beginning of the game. Was just around the base trying to capture those points. The cutoff point being contested so many times on his side. He needed to come back to the game, and he managed to it. So that decision by having that Panzer IV a little bit early comparing that the Soviet went for a T-70, and this T-70 costs you some fuel cost, and it's a good light tank. It can do a lot of damage against infantry, and it can be very efficient. But as we saw, the amount of fuel cost and comparing to the upgrading, it's a little bit more expensive for the Wehrmacht player to bring that Panzer IV. It seems like the T-70 did come a little bit too late. So around 10 minutes mark, the T-70 was on the field. But you got the possibility to bring the T-70 at around 8-minute and 9-minute mark. If you manage to do that, it means you got a way up and a good opportunity to do damage against your opponent, to try to bleed him out, trying to capture the map again. But again, shit happens, and unfortunately, just a difficult game for us. We got a great game for Norse Markov. So congrats to the Wehrmacht player, managing a beautiful game there. A lot of RNG, but still, it's a good victory and a nice counter attack by the Panzer IV there. So 20 minutes mark, the entire game shift, and as we can see here on the graphics, so around 10 minutes, as we can see, around 10-minute mark was the T-70 just coming in, and it was really fine until the Panzer IV should be appearing, should be this one, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This must be the flak Panzer. Yeah, I guess this is the Panzer IV. Panzer IV. 1, 2, 3. Wow, he did build 4. Yeah, he did build 4 Panzer IVs and 1 flak Panzer. Yeah. So here you go. We're gonna go for our second game. Will be Osgard against Bor Badger against on this beautiful winter map. Crossroads. So really a nice update we did have here on the maps. I really loved the work they are doing, a lot of fixing on the maps. It took a lot of time for them to start working out on the map control. It makes sense because before it was the Relic team did have that possibility to fix a little early, and when all the community were asking to fix the maps, bags, and not being very balanced in team games or even 1v1s, and now we're seeing a lot of work being done by White Flash Reborn, another map creator as well, and there's a lot of work being done. So these guys, they need to be appreciated because they are fixing everything in terms of map. They are polishing the maps they are creating and bringing new strategies to the game. So it's really nice to see it. So here we go. We got Ozilgat. Nice commanders here on the loadout. We got Glide Rifle Combined Arms, together with the defensive tactics and the beautiful newly airborne troops tactics against those SVT's drops. Can be very efficient with the conscripts. So here you go, against Boar Badger. Let's disable fog of war. So Boar Badger got elite armor, grand offensive, and Luftwaffe forces. So Boar Badger playing with the blue colors here. Beautiful map. Look at this snowy and nicely map fixed. So we got a small building here. We got a large building on this side now, but still, it's well, they can change itself. It's a little bit risky. I'm not sure why they got a big building here. Just
Regimental headquarters advise. Panzer Fusiliers are
well,
ready for action.
I'm truly happy with the small building here in this side because it's more easy to counterattack. You got a few windows so you can approach, and now we got more green cover area as well. So it's not difficult to counterattack it. Plus you got the
Panzer Fusiliers reporting for action.
bush in this side, so you can go for the flank. You can always flank. It's a good option as well for flanking abilities there. Alright, so you see it's pretty much a brand new map. It's a little bit larger than before, it seems.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
A lot of green cover coming in by Ozilgat. The big issue with the conscripts is just they need a lot of cover. They can be very efficient if they are still in a defensive position as yellow and green cover. You need to explore that as much as possible. Alright, so both players going for the fuel points, as we see here. Fuel point is a little bit back now. It's not a little bit far. So it's more easy to capture, more easy to control. Aim points there. Right now, still, there's a lot of room to flanks, a lot of green covers and yellow. It's a really nice play. First engagement goes for the north side. As we are playing for the Soviet and playing with the Redskins. Boar Badger unlocking the grand offensive decree, so Panzer Fusiliers is already on the field and looking out against the conscripts. This is the, I really agree with this building. It's the perfect building that you need to it. Well, I really love the opening up with the double engineers. It's always a good decision there. Unfortunately, as we can see, he needs that for conscript build. Unfortunately, you need to keep a squad always on reserve to scare away your opponent by not pushing on the territory. So if he didn't build another squad of conscripts, he was just getting pushed to the cutoff point, being contested there, losing those points. Means that he will lose time. He needs to capture the points again. He needs to push his opponent back from the map. A lot of work needs to be done. As we can see here, compared to the army sides, it's pretty much equalize it.
Ready for action.
And now, really a good play by Barbaja. He got plenty of fuel, can go for medics. There you go, it's building up medics, trying to heal up. Fast decision as well, you know, he doesn't want to get bleed out, doesn't want to lose too many models on the early game. It's very important if you don't lose any models. If you prevent your opponent by having any veterancy on your squads, it's not losing any models. The damage that it does against infantry, it's very fine, and look at this play by Barbaras. Really nicely game. I mean, we're seeing a big push right now for the North. So it's almost 50% of the map, but actually Oslo got a big map control compared to his opponent. Comes the Volksgrenadiers utilizing the cover bonus on the building near to it. Then you got accuracy between the infantry and the shots compared to RNGs as well. Look at that, immediately retreat, not losing any squad to it. Just losing time and territory, but it's not losing any squads. Seeing double Panzerfusiliers and double Volksgrenadiers, so it's a mix of army sites. So it makes Austria a little bit more efficient on the field, can be more deadly against infantry, can be perfect in terms of clearing buildings now, since he got the incendiary grenades on the Volksgrenadiers, and he's keeping up with the territory control. This is his cutoff point. As we can see, just grabbing and denying that point, it means he will lose the control of the fuel or even munitions from the north area. He was trying to implement a mine there, but unfortunately got discovered. And this is the cutoff point for the Soviet player, so he will lose the fuel and the munitions as well. As we can see the entire map flashing the red color. It's a good counterattack. Well, perhaps I was wrong, since there's this green cover area by a tank just destroyed there. So yeah, it's good. It's actually a good call. So actually they've been really a nice work. There you go. 251, the flak after I got damaged severely, needs to immediately repair it. Did lose one model to it. Oh, seeing some smoke up in. The big issue with the Guard rifles is they are a little bit weak because they can die way too fast. The unit actually needs a buff, needs a small fix on that squad. They can be efficient in terms of accuracy and damage. They do a lot of damage against light vehicles. The entire squad gets killed very easy on different engagements, so it's quite difficult to play with the guards. If you try to build a strat around only guards and conscripts, I'm meaning like when you achieve 2 points and you come in with triple guard build, it's just deadly for the Soviets. Even with the manpower float, it doesn't matter. It's a very expensive squad. Look at that. It costs you 360. The unit gets counterattacked very easy. You got indirect fire. Even a Panzer IV can do entire squad wipe if you need. It's quite difficult to play with the guards right now. They need some kind of buff. Hopefully they will give just a slight perhaps of HP, a little bit more compared to the
has cut off a sector.
Just really don't agree by having a ground unit on the field at all. I think it's a waste of manpower. It's investing a big army of infantry right now. We've seen the support Campania being laid down. Anti-tank gun as well on the field. He got map control. He's playing more careful right now. He's going for the cutoff points as well. Comes the cutoff being contested. The entire map just chasing. A nice pick there by the G4 trees. Not great. The Panzerfusiliers.
Support gun. Ready for action.
Comes the support LAG gun. Can be very efficient against conscripts and any infantry units as well. Alright, so both players, they decide to swamp map sites, as we can see here. They still got fuel, they still got munitions here under control. Both players are flowing enough of fuel come and ammo for it. There you go, mine being triggered there by the conscripts, losing 2 models to it. Where are those squads? Taking a lot of fair damage there, but the next shot by the LAG will be a kill of infantry. Oh, that's mistaken there. Nicely retreat path. Be safe, not bleeding out as well. Oh, this is a long retreat path, but there's no infantry to protect it. Gosh, oh damn! All right, should be fine as well. Oh yeah, it's taking a lot of damage, so it's not a stone building. It's actually a brilliant building itself.
The enemy is
Looking
taken.
very nice.
We have secured.
Nice use of green cover here. As we can see, Volksgrenadiers, they need a lot of green cover. There you go, another mine being triggered. 2 models goes down. It's trying to go for the cutoff point, trying to delay any fuel come to his opponent. Well, you got a few options. One of them is play aggressive, fast, and try to deny any damage or any resources to your opponent. Wow, this is a lot of losses. Look at that. He lost 3 squad members. So 2 squads died to a mine, and the next one died with a tripwire flare, as we can see here. Again, it's just it's truly a nice ability, and the Soviets can use this possibility of tripwire and deploy in the entire map to it if it needs to. It can be very, very efficient. Nice damage there. Look at that damage, 50% damage. Here comes the LG as well, but he's missing the shots, unfortunately. But he got the cutoff point. Wow, the squad could go down now. Wow, very low health. There you go, falling back immediately after capturing the point. It's a lot of infantry for both players.
We are losing supply.
LSE double working waffles. So a lot of defense capability by Barbaja that he needs to break in as well.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Alright, so we can see that a Katyusha will be very efficient and deadly against Barbaja because we don't have fog of war. So we realize that having a Katyusha right now could be very fatal.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
And could be very deadly to it. but I guess that he's going for a tank. So KV-1 is his option of a tank to come in for Ozilgat. It's a really nice tank. It's very heavy. It's not easy to penetrate that armor with the Panzerfaust. The Panzerfaust will bounce shots like crazy, and sometimes you just miss and miss and miss. So it's quite difficult to play it.
Enemy forces are neutralized.
They got double working rifles, and it's bringing another LG, a lot of support weapons for Boar Badger. So it means that he got time. VP control still goes for the Boar Badger. You know, he got VP lead. No, actually no. It's trying to grab the VPs right now. Actually, Ozilgat got VP lead 467 compared to 374 by Boar Badger. Here comes the beautiful KV-1. It's a really nice tank. It's really a beautiful tank. Can be very efficient. Attack around by the half track. It's actually automatic. Comes the KV-1. Fast retreat tag. Nicely called for Roger. Well, I know that he's listening to that sound of the tank that's coming so near to it. VP point being contested. Wow, my gosh. Oh, you will lose that squad. There you go. Gets killed, unfortunately. 10 kills on the Pacific Slayers. C43s can be very efficient, and you know, it costs you 80 ammo. It's quite expensive, not very cheap at all. Here comes the KV-1. Double working rifles being shown to Ozilgat. He still got almost fuel for Katyusha if he decides to it. Free fuel points for it. He got manpower for it. I'm not sure if he's going to pick that option.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
But after seeing those double working rifles,
We now have access to additional battlefield options.
alright, we see a TT4 on the build. So it's trying to work for the flanks. I think that the idea will be to put the KV-1 tank on the front line, as the tank is really tough to kill and can be very difficult for working rifles to penetrate that front armor. But still, so I'm really eager to see what he's going to come in with it. 5 kills on the KV-1. A lot of damage being doing, but still, as we can see, it's a heavy tank. It's not easy to kill. He took like 6 shots by the current rifles and is still alive. So, you know, 6 shots, not 4, 6. He will need to repair, so he's building up another engineer.
We are losing
Comes the
territory.
TT4. Hopefully he needs to be a little bit cautious with the TT4 because he lost a lot of TT4s the last game. Misses. Wild Rifles only 3 kills, 4 kills and counting. You can see the difference in veterans on the squads. Veteran Volskerius with 7 kills, another one with 11. Panzerfaustleers with 11 as well. Right? A little bit weird. I saw Boar Badger building up a Jagdpanzer, but he decides to cancel it. So he's going for a Panther for sure. I really don't agree with the Panther. I prefer Jagdpanzer can be more efficient. Nice shot there by this gun. It's the first kill. One vehicle destroyed. So the 251 goes down. The Flak Panzer gets destroyed there. Really nice pick by the T-tank gun. Comes this. Wow, that's a lot of manpower bleed for us. It's too many infantry units. Comes the second squad. I've been trying to play with the light rifles in 3 against 3 and 4 against 4. It's just, you can bring a lot of infantry units. The guards can be, yeah, they can do a lot of damage against it. LSEs are trying to do damage there. Nice shot by the Wrecking Rifle. Wow, second shot. Oh. Actually managed to penetrate third shot as well. That's a little bit of RNG. A little bit too much. Comes a nade and the Panzerfaustleers. Oh my gosh, this is the reason mostly. Light rifles almost going down there on the retreat. Conscripts well falling back. Oh, fast goes in on the KV-1. Wrecking Rifle on the wrong side. Comes smoke to it. Where's the secondary Wrecking Rifle? Oh, it's a little behind. Fast repairs on the KV-1. 10 kills and counting. T-34 with 2 kills. 12 kills on the conscripts. 7-man build. Alright, so Boar Badger is saving up for the beautiful Tiger heavy tank. It's really a good tank. I really love seeing the Tiger on the field. It's a good counterattack to infantry and tanks as well. Will be a good counterattack to the KV-1. So he did cancel the Jagdpanzer, but I think that the Jagdpanzer could have been efficient anyway. You know, just to deal with the last shot, but he actually bounces a lot of shots from the KV-1 on the front arm. It's quite heavy to penetrate to it. It's not that easy to it. See, obviously coming in for Boar Badger.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Nice play there by Boar Badger, making sure that he got that cover up with some support weapons. But I'm seeing a beautiful veterans here. 9 kills on the LAG. Another one with 7. So it's doing some nice pressure and damage against Ozilgat. The big issue is just those guard rifles. They are very expensive to reinforce, and they are very expensive to build. And sometimes they look very squeezy and they can die very easily. Comes the beautiful Sturmovik. Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at that! Very, very severely. After losing the 251, and wow, he got punched there. His entire army just falling back. Airplane gets destroyed in midair and beautiful crash landing. Comes a nice push with the KV-1, the Schwerpanzer, together with the AT gun. Comes the Tiger. Tiger trying to scare away that Q1. Oh, nice play there by Ozilgard. He was trying to nade to do some engine damage to it, but now didn't manage to it. He did fall back on the right timing, but this is a lot of accuracy on the Panzerfusiliers. So it's a lot of accuracy as well. So it's, you know, the entire squad gets a kill and retreat becomes the Katyusha.
Enemy forces capturing supply
Now
sector.
this could be a very difficult game for us.
The enemy has taken out
Oh,
supply sector.
it's only one tiger, but it needs to deal with the double working reference. It needs to deal with the tiger as well.
Supply sector under attack.
The blood rifles, yeah, it's a good call, but just they get counter-attacked very easily. Katyusha just firing up.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Alright, nicely on the retreat part of the Working Firefox. Nicely done. Again, tripwire, as we can see, just killing another model there. Nice pick. Submachine guns on the conscripts against opposite island with the Rambo style LMG.
Sturmovik close air support is available.
Everything now it's falling back by Ozilgard, so it's a good opportunity for his opponent to approach and open up the game a little bit more, trying to stop the bleed on VPs, trying to breathe a little bit. But really nice play there by Barbaji. It's a very defensive capability that he got. Unfortunately, he only lost 251 off track, so it's a small loss. But yeah, he lost a little bit of anti-air capability there. He only got the Schwerpanzer. Also, the Schwerpanzer is located in the nice spot. You know, it's locking down the cutoff point. It got a really nice angle to it. He can defend 2 points at the same time, and he still can protect this flank and the retreat path as well. So it's really a nice build area. So Barbaji needs to recapitulate. He needs to grab those VPs. He needs to open up the game, because like this, one manage against also got comes QB1 fully repair. 40 kills on the QB1, Vet 1, Shifu. Double LAGs, as we can see, can be very deadly against infantry. So Ozilgard, he needs to counterattack those support weapons. Won't be easy. He got the Katyusha, it's true, but those support weapons are so far on the territory that the Katyusha needs to be around here just to fire the LAGs there, unfortunately. Comes the conscripts. Submachine guns against the Stone Pioneers, falling back immediately. Panzerfusiliers as well, shooting that beautiful Vetri. VP control goes forward. Keeping up with pressure with the VPs, trying a nice map. Yeah, got there. Yeah, congrats, man. It's a beautiful map, well designed. We got white flash report on the map. It's a very nice balanced map, actually. I was a little bit afraid about this building here, but yeah, it was a really nice counter, because I really thought it was a stone, but it wasn't. It was a wood building, so it's a really nice play. Great upgrade on the map. The map looks beautiful. It looks a little bit more spread. It looks a little bit bigger than the normal map, but it doesn't. I think it's the same size, but it's just, yeah, those points being fixed. It's really nice. Nicely done. So congrats, man. Well deserved. It's a great map to play on. And looks badass. Comes a indirect fire by the Commando Tiger. Oh, nicely. He was trying to kill that Katusha, but still, it's a good try. Nice play there by the Barbaja. Azulgat just
Enemy forces
still
capturing
controls
supply sector.
the map. He controls the fight. You know, Barbarage is trying to open up the flanks, trying to go for the sides, but unfortunately, he's not controlling the game. But he got really nice, beautiful infantry on his units. He's keeping up with the nice pushes here and there. A lot of indirect fire by Barbaja. It's working out. It's being efficient. Look at that, 14 kills. Another one with 9 kills. It's very efficient indeed.
Well done, comrades. The point is ours.
I'm seeing SQ-85 on the bill for Azulgat as well. It's a little bit too much. Well, never is too much tanks on the field. It's dealing with the Target, so it makes sense going for the SQ-85. It's adapting to the map itself, so it knows that it's dealing with the attire, so having an SQ-85 will be a good counter-attack to it. It can do damage. Even if the tank go back to repairs, it means that he's working out, you know, it means that he's making a lot of pressure. Here comes the Tiger directly on the base. Perhaps we're gonna see a ram here with the T-34. Oh, he's going for the kill on the T-34. Oh, he misses! Oh my gosh! SQ-85, this could have been a good opportunity to go for a ram and you know, knocking down the crew and using the SU. That miss. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, a little bit unlucky there. Here comes the conscripts with Ura. Oh my gosh, this is a deadly. Oh, he managed to go for engine damage and he managed to go for the Stormovik as well. Oh, he got punished. Entire squad goes down there. A little bit of damage there. Unfortunately, not killing any models, but doing a lot of damage. Barbaja is just playing very chill, you know. It seems like he got really a nice preservation of the squads. It doesn't risk, you know, it's not playing too offensive, it's just taking its time. It's building up his army, it's feeling more comfortable. It got plenty of fuel as well. It can bring Panzer IV, a Jagd Panzer, and almost a Panther as well. He needs to realize that he's going to need another tank to keep up with the pressure, keep up with the VP Zold. But I'm seeing that Azulgat is doing very nicely to the game. He lost those double conscripts, but it's not a big loss. They are easy to replace. But losing that Vedriti and upgrade for the 7-man, it's a little bit costly. They start being a little expensive. More tripwires, maybe. Flare. Some damage. Oh, Katusha being discovered there by the Tiger. The Tiger just discovered the Katusha, unfortunately. Oh, I guess that he was trying to destroy the LAGs. He misses. This was his area of attack, unfortunately. Alright, so his option is going for a secondary T-34. Nice shot at the T-4, managing to kill 2 models to it. Here comes the Tiger. SQ-85 going for the side armor. It's a little bit risky. Everything is getting, well, main gun destroyed there. Quite surprised with this amount of health. Main gun destroyed. really think that another Katyusha should have been a better option, but unfortunately those quad
Some of
rifles,
it close air support
they are
is
not
available.
paying off. Only 8 kills. It's quite, you know, they get bleed out very easily.
Forces are neutralizing a sector.
Another one with Vet3 with 10 kills. Oh my gosh. Just
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
damage there. Quite severely. Comes another Stumovik attack. 70 kills on the target there. Very strongly already. Vet2 almost. Vet3 being achieved. Oh, Stumovik is only good against infantry, not against tanks, so he needs to be cautious there. Those Wrecking Rifles are paying off actually. He needs some indirect fire there, by honestly God.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Triple cap. Going for Blood Badger, so it's trying to work with VPs. Even that Osligat managed to grab all, you know, if you lose all those VP control, it's not a big issue. Still got around 50 minutes of a gameplay until that bar of reach around 150 points. So he got like, yeah, 50 minutes perhaps, maybe less.
Combat engineers are standing by.
One great thing with the T-24 is the ability to capture points. So as we can see here, combat mode being utilized very well by Osligat. He got really a small army. He lost those double conscripts. That was the only thing that he lost. He lost the Katyusha, of course, but still, in terms of infantry, we've seen triple engineers, everything working out for repairs. Meantime, that tank is almost fully and prepared to go for a battlefield. Grenade goes in, but not doing that much of a damage. Double Wrecking Rifles there, saying hello to the T-24. You should not pass. Here comes the Tiger again. It's a Commando Tiger. Nicely there, nicely big on the T-34. Good kill. Oh, SU-85 getting discovered on the side. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, he could go down here. Oh, he managed to block it. Rear armor is exposed as well. Oh, SU-85 trying to flank. Oh my gosh, this is a good opportunity for Osligat, but he misses. Oh, he managed to hit. But it was the Kiwi one, so he was so busy. But it was frontal pad, come on. Kiwi one doing what he does best, and he managed with some RNG kill the Tiger almost on front armor. It's a little bit side armor exposed, unfortunately. A little bit disappointed that he didn't went for attack gun with the SU-85, or even with the AT gun there. The angle of the AT gun was a little bit off, so yeah, it makes sense. The rifles trying to counter-attack the Wrecking Rifle. It's a good call, and it's a nice play there by Osligat. If you manage to destroy the support weapons of your opponent completely, it means that your opponent cannot pick up and reinforce that squad, but so he needs to rebuild the support weapon that he lost, and that can be very difficult because he lost batteries, he lost the timeline of it. Comes a secondary Tiger on the field. Everything is still on repairs. Oh, he's coming in with the SU-85 as well, but not using the focus sight. The focus sight ability give you really nice range of sight there. You can see a little bit where your opponent is and how to counter it. we're just going to remove this. Hold on. There you go. And here we go. Sorry about that. Alright, he's going for another T-34. I really don't know why he's not going for a Katyusha. Perhaps he feels more comfortable by having that ability of having a tank that can capture territory and you can inflict more pressure against your opponent to it. Can be a good call. T-34, he will get this. He's going to lose it. It's a bit too, unfortunately. There you go. Well, nice damage on ground. As we can see, look at that. He did have the SU-5 shitting from the side, but the Bar Rifles, they do a lot of damage. That's the issue, just that they can be killed very easily. LSU is just, look at that, 11. Another one with 22, victory being achieved there. And a Vet-4 as well. Oh, beautiful plane crash on the Schwerpanzer. Oh, he could go down there. Oh, we managed to survive it. This could be it. Well, Osligat goes for it. Oh, falling back. Going for repairs. He got VP control. It makes sense, he doesn't want to risk everything that he got because he's again getting bleed out. Comparing that he got a small army in terms of infantry units and he's playing against Abbasadon and Panzerfusiliers, so it's a lot of DPS, a lot of accuracy on those units, and it's not easy to counterattack with Blood Rifle. Again, they get bleed out very often, and grenades can be very efficient against that squad. Oh, well, there's still that opposite on him to work out. There you go. Just falling back. So he's using the Knight Barrage, like the Panzer Commando on the Tiger, just to deny the capture of the VP. Vesalado recovered, not taking any damage as we can see, just a little bit of slight damage. Only 3 squads surviving there on the Ruffles. 2 now. Look at that veteran on the Wrecking Rifle, almost Vet 5. With the 2. Oh my gosh, SU-85 taking some nice shots. Barraging by the Ziz gun as well. Oh my gosh. He's going to trade. Oh, we just need one more shot there. Oh, he decided to fall back. Really a lucky SU-85 there. But the Tiger could go down here. Oh my gosh, and he gets abandoned. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. And that's it. GG. Unfortunately, that abandoned. Well, he missed a couple shots, it's true, but he managed to kill the SU-85 as well.
One of our AT guns has been neutralized.
Yeah, the Wrecking Rifles missed, but still they did. If that was a sheepish. Well, it's RNG, it happens a lot. We did see it the last game that Oslo got lost. And, you know, RNG can be very severely. Homicides of the Tiger, not penetrating by the... and he gets it, but then they can't. Holy shit! Oh my god! I never saw a Tiger getting abandoned twice in a row. So quite surprised there. But it was a really nice game. It's quite well. I don't think that Barrage was bad at all. I think that he did have a nice control. He did have a beautiful veterancy on his squad, and did maintain a nice unit preservation in terms of infantry units. He did bring 2 targets to the game, so that's a lot of fuel and manpower that he did spend to it. And he did have fuel to bring another one if you want, but not enough manpower for it. I really don't see a lot of variety compared to the game before. It's just a small amount here and there, but that's normal. It's really a normal game. I think that Barbaria was a little bit, a little bit pissed and not managing to push his opponent off the map. But the big issue was, I think, going for Tigers against SU-85s, and when you see your opponent just building up T-34s and still having that KV-1 that can be very deadly and can be very efficient. It's not easy as well. The KV-1 doesn't kill that many infantry units. It does a fair amount of damage against Panzer Force easy, or even a Jagdpanzer, but against a Panther sometimes he misses. It's just difficult. Or even with a Tiger, he missed a couple shots on the Tiger itself. Yeah. So it's a good game. Congrats to Ozilgat by winning this game. The map looks beautiful indeed. This is a brand new map. A very fresh update from yesterday. I think it was Tuesday. Not sure if it was Wednesday. But yep. So it's a very beautiful map indeed. They did they did fix a nice in the center. The points are a little bit spread. It seems a little bit more spread. I just cannot confirm that, but you can see it small different, not only by having snow or the fishing here, but I really agree with the buildings here on the center. I really thought that this was a stone building, but I was wrong. So it's a wooden building, so it means it's more easy to destroy. As we saw, the LAG is doing a lot of damage, so it's really a nice build area here. Really beautiful game. Great map at the same time. Hopefully to see this map more often on COH. But unfortunately it's winter, so I guess glad you enjoy it in part. So yeah, it's really a beautiful map, and congrats to you. And you're doing a lot of work for the community. Most of the people, they don't know you, unfortunately. And yeah, and unfortunately, I got a small amount of viewers, but still, it's really nice. They should know. It's a lot of work to build a map or even to fix. And I'm seeing you guys doing a lot of back fix here, or bring in some new strategies to game because of the map building, being more open, more freely, having a lot of green cover areas now, being more maneuverable for the flanks or even for the sideways. It's just, it's a different game. We open up the players, more possibilities to push in, strategize a little bit, and that's what we want on Company Wars 2. We want the players to utilize the map totally as possible in terms of flanking and front assaults, crazy stuns, but that depends on the map. So this is really nice, and well done by What Flash. So congrats to him. He deserves. He deserves to be praised by creating a beautiful map and keeping up with all the community asking for for him to build more maps because he got really nice skill, and I really love all the maps that he managed to bring on the CH2. So congrats to you, man, and hopefully to see more maps on the game itself. So, and thank you by being here on the chat, actually. Alright, really nice game there. A lot of kill and damage by Barbaji. Barbaji have been awesome there, you know. Absolute defense style. Keeping up with those support weapons. Beautiful strat by him. Really, it's a difficult game by Ozligat. I want to say that it wasn't easy for him to pull a victory. Perhaps Barbaji went a little bit too far with the tires. He could have bring a Panther and you know, not trying to go so far with it. He did have those support weapons by the Wrecking Rifle. It could have been a little bit different, but it's not easy on the entire gameplay. When you play 1v1s, it's very intense. You need to concentrate on all your squads. You can't, if you get a little bit distracted, you will lose the squad to it. So you need to concentrate, you need to focus. So it's not easy. So congrats to these two great players. It was a beautiful game here. Nice battle and a beautiful map. So it was all combined to it. It's 43 minutes of a gameplay. It's a lot of slaughter, as we seeing almost 200 losses here by Ozligat. So it wasn't easy for him to pull a victory here, but it was a beautiful game. So congrats to both players. Congrats to Ozligat. You know, he managed to have a beautiful game. Alright, we're gonna go for our last game because I got a lot of people asking on the chat, on the Steam chat, and they want to play. So, alright, so we're gonna go for our last game. This map was created by Trick and Talisman. Again, it's really nice seeing maps being done by the community members, and hopefully I truly hope that they don't lose faith and they don't get bored by doing a lot of favors to the community, and they should be more praised to it, because it's a lot of work to build a map. You guys, you know, you can take months to it, and then you need to fix, you need to discover bugs, and it's not easy. It's not a easy task at all. So we got Ladoga Karalia. We'll have a nice game here by Stumyaga against his opponent with Soviet. I really cannot pronounce that because, but he seems like could be Korean. Well, I could be wrong as well. So here we go. We got Stumyaga playing on the blue skins. It's a beautiful snowy map. So we are in the winter time. So it's always nice to see winter maps. It's only a few maps in winter, so hopefully we're gonna see more maps. Here comes standard build. Stone Pioneers together with the Wolves. Good idea. It's a quite open areas map. It's not that easy to play in. A lot of cutoff points that can be easy contested. And on the red team we got the Soviet player here. Another stun build, a nice strat. Opening up directly with double conscripts, so we're going to see conscripts, perhaps 3 or 4 units before falling back that combat engineer to go perhaps a support compania. Could be, perhaps he is. It seems like he's going a little bit to the front line. Oh. Alright. Oh, nice play there by Stumyaga, going for the cutoff point. Trying to build some time for him. So he wants to bring more units to the field. And one thing that he can do is scare your opponent by not going too far on the battlefield. So bring that Stone Pioneers and keeping that small pressure here, small pressure there, just to check and lock down your opponent. Because building up that fear, you know, as we can see here, by the Soviet players playing more careful, you know, is keeping up those conscripts together with the combat engineers, not going too far. Now he's just building up a defense here, capturing those points. Another conscript coming in, So he appears like he's going for a forward conscript.
Well done, comrades.
Green cover for both players, but this will be a nice victory for Sturm Jager because he got the side here, so he's doing a lot of damage, but he's getting outflanked by double conscripts there on the reinforcements. Nicely done. Look at that focus fire. Storm Pioneers and the Volksgrenadiers and the conscripts. Full entire squad falling back, bringing fresh new squad in the field as well. Another Volksgrenadiers. Look at this. This is really a nice capability here. But a nice revenge play. There you go, cutoff point being contested
You need something built?
by the Soviet player. Combat engineers on the cutoff point. Here comes the Volksgrenadiers falling back,
On the line.
trying to grab that point back. Here comes the secondary Volksgrenadiers. So we're seeing a full conscript build. It's a long retreat path. As we can see a lot of conscripts coming in, trying to divide the enemy forces there. This could be very damaging for Sturm Jager.
Ready weapons.
It's a long retreat path, a lot of flanking right now by the conscripts. Look at this. Oh, nice response in time. The Storm Pioneers falling back immediately. Volksgrenadiers as well. Should be fine. There's well, managed to. Yeah, it's a good retreat. You know, it's a very coordinated retreat timing. So sending your weak units back, keeping up with the squad just to be a distraction, and falling the weaker squad. So it's really a good call.
Regimental HQ for
He did have small losses there. You know, he lost the territory control. He's keeping up with the pressure. He got fuel. He got the cutoff point back. Right now, he just need to build up. We're seeing the mechanized regiment being built. So both players are very nicely in the field. Oh my gosh! All right, we're seeing a lot of conscripts coming in. This is a 5 conscripts. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 coming in. That's a lot of manpower, so it's a very aggressive play there by the Soviet. So I guess that he's going for tank counter tactics. It's playing against Austria, so it makes sense because any light vehicles, for example the Panzer II, 251 will be outmatched if he goes for tank counter tactics. He got plenty of conscripts. He can flank. He can encircle his opponent because he got more units in the field. Here comes a nice push there. It's a blob, that's true, but still, it's a tactical blob, as I normally call it. Because if you want to play to win, you need to realize you need to have a lot of infantry units because you want to play for the map control, you want to inflict damage, you want to lock down territories against your opponent. And you should not be ashamed by blowing or spamming. Because I really want to see what Sturm Jager are going to do against the 6 conscript build here by the Soviet player. Nice play there, look at that. Storm Pioneers on the front line, Volksgrenadiers on the back. Oh, this could be a fatal mistake there. There you go, full squad wipe. But you need to realize as well, if you got more units, you need to macro. You need to micromanage here, you need to reinforce there, you need to keep those squads on check. You don't want to lose any squads, and we lost the first conscript getting killed there, unfortunately. It's a small loss because he got 5 still. Here comes the Storm Pioneers to reinforce. Really nice play there by Sturm Jager, keeping up the infantry units on the back. Nicely with the stun grenade. Wow. Just a really nice build, lots of pressure, very solid on the terrain by Sturm Jager, and going for the cutoff blow, denying any fuel control. Really nice play. it's quite a difficult map to play. If you don't know the map, it can be very difficult for you to come in. This is really strange. I really don't know how Stormjäger is managing to lock down the entire map right now. Keeping up with a nice pressure, and he managed to kill one conscript. But this is a lot of accuracy. It's a lot of firepower against one
Enemy
squad.
forces are capturing
So
our
it's
supplies.
just denying those points. So making sure that he's putting them on nil. So they get a little bit disabled there. Just for that.
This is it.
Oh, a little bit lag right now. Hopefully. There. Right, you just need to disable the point. There you go, he managed to it. Going immediately retreating there. It's working on the secondary point as well. Oh, he could go down here, but he's still got a little bit of HP left. Should be more than fine, but it comes to reinforcements. It comes to beautiful Panzer II. Another point being disabled. Stormjäger. It's keeping up a nice pressure, keeping up with the wing cover areas. There you go. So I was sure that tank counter tactics will be a pick because we are seeing a lot of conscripts. So it means mobility. It means that it can go for the flanks, go for a nade, and then use the PTRS on the conscripts to inflict that final shot and destroy the light vehicle. Storm, yeah, okay, still got a few options here. We're seeing the Grand Offensive. It could lock down on the late game if he needs, because in terms of infantry, he's totally fine actually. Comes the PTRS. Look at the damage on the Panzer II. Wow, 2 shots, 3 shots. Look at that. And that Panzer II will be a big mistake right now. But of course, when you don't know what commander your opponent picked, it's not easy to counterattack it. So it's really a good pick there by the Soviet player. Yeah, a proper decision as well. We did see the amount of damage that he did on the Panzer II. So it means the tank cannot go for the front lines because he will find the conscript with PTRS equipped. So it means the Panzer II will be obsolete. So he needs to be careful picking up with the fights here with the Panzer II. Its fuel cost, its manpower that he cost and invest on this light tank. But it won't benefit from it. He only got 1 kill. So he needs to be careful when he's picking up the fights, because he will never know which conscript will be equipped with those PTRs, because they can get upgraded on the front line, so it's not easy to counterattack. Comes a nice snare, another damage there. Nicely done. Comes the PTRs again. As if falling back immediately. LMG trying to support there. Trying to deal with the secondary conscript there. He doesn't have any PKRs, so he should be more than fine. But he cannot play too aggressive because there's those snares, and having so many units on the field means a lot of territory shifting. But I'm quite surprised. You know, it's a big army. We're speaking of 6 conscripts, and the Soviet player is building up a nice manpower float as well. Look at this. So there's no snares, so no Molotovs. So it's saving all little bit of fuel to go for that T-70. But Stormjäger already got the Recon Rifle, but it's not showing up to his opponent, so his opponent doesn't know that there's that Recon Rifle just waiting for it. Big push here on the mid. Fuel point still being for Stormjäger, managing to grab a big chunk of the map entirely under his belt there. This is a very good for Austria. You know, double fuel, it's beautiful. You know, it's perfect actually for Austria.
Prepare for action.
It's really a nice position you want to be in.
Now, ready!
Because you're trying to deal with the conscripts on the north. That's how you want to play it. You need to be cautious. You need to be, you know, you need to play very cool. You need to relax. You need to see how the game goes for you and how the game feels. If the game starts feeling really badly, you got a few options to do. Will be to go for the Schwerpanzer and bring those opposite islands and equip them with LMGs just to counterattack those infantry units. But right now, the Panzer II cannot be that freely on the field. So you need to be cautious because there's a lot of infantry units. I'm quite surprised seeing a small army. So you got a small army mobility, but it's still maintaining a beautiful map control compared to 6 conscripts. Just the conscript give you a lot of mobility, flanking possibilities. And now this is not as easy as it seems. Comes the Volksgrenadiers trying to give some backup there. Panzer II cannot win this fight. It does a fair amount of damage because it scares away that T-70. Volksgrenadiers could go down here. He's aiming on it. Just need one shot, but he misses unfortunately. But he's still maintaining nice map control. Comes to Panzer II. Raketenwerfer always getting there. Nicely done. Right timing. Big issue is just those PTS. They can be very deadly to Austria. Raketenwerfer on a soft retreat. Map control being shifted totally from the Soviet player. Double MGs coming in, trying to at least grab this territory, or keep it under control. The map is quite open areas, so it's easy to flank. As you can see, you can even go for the edge of the map because you got a lot of possibilities here, so it's quite difficult for the MGs. So it makes sense that going for double MGs here is a good option. Comes the Puma, a little bit too far, but it's coming in. So he's bringing up the Puma to deal with the T-70. Nice shot, first shot, and he connects to it nicely. So he's trying to grab the fuel. He needs to keep that fuel under control. The fuel line, it's actually the lifeline for Austria faction. So Panzer authorization should be unlocked in a few seconds there. He could go for Panzer IVs, will be a good counterattack. Will be a good counterattack. We know the Panzer IV got a nice AoE damage, so it can be very efficient. It's a little bit costly. It's a little bit costly. It costs 140 and 380 manpower, but it should not be an issue. It's grabbing out its fuel side. Good retreat there. Well, it's just not a fight you want to be in. It's 3 conscripts against 2 Volksgrenadiers. Puma trying to inflict some damage against the infantry. Beautiful map control by the Soviet player right now. So the early game until 10 minutes mark around that, it was for Sturmjäger. Did beautifully there against 6 conscripts. And now playing very solid with the AMG crew. Now keeping up that Panzer II very mobility, you know, keeping up on the north, on the mid, giving some backup, and having those Storm Pioneers with Minesweepers, you know, getting ready to counterattack any action there. Tripwires is very deadly. It's a great ability for the conscripts. It's really a need. It's the only faction that your infantryers can build tripwires so efficient as conscripts.
We are ready.
And now, you know, this, oh my gosh, this will be it. There you go. Puma will get destroyed here. There you go. It's a beautiful play. Well done by the Soviet player. Those grenades, it's very cheap. It only costs you 25, and each member of the squad, it throws a grenade. Oh, this could be the payback. And he does nicely. There you go. Engine damage. Look at the damage by the grenades. It's 6-man squad, so each man throws a grenade to it. There you go. PTR's finishing the job. So he lost the Panzer II to Puma, but he managed to kill the T-70. But it's a bad trade. It's actually a bad trade. You need to realize that the conscripts, they can get camouflage, as we are seeing here. It's a nice ability. It's not easy for the light vehicles to survive a game like this. It's a lot of infantry. If in, let's say you are playing with Wehrmacht and you decide to go for flame half tracks, won't work. If you decide to go for Panzer II, it doesn't work. Panzer II 222 doesn't work. It's just a difficult way to counterattack. I really agree going for the Puma because it really wants to counterattack the T-70 as soon as possible.
The sector has been cut off.
Nice cutoff point. Another tripwire being efficient there. So he's doing a nice damage to his opponent. Nice soft retreat coming in with the MG as well to give some suppress fire, but not falling back. You know, it's a good call. He needs to fall back those units who are risky to lose, but since he got that suppressing capability here, there you go, nicely done. Now he can work for the map. Oh, he managed to, what, the engineer squad there on the retreat. There you go, we did see a big flare, a big flame burst, so the combat engineers went down on the retreat. Nicely picked by Sturmjäger. Alright, so he decided to go for the grand offensive. I truly think that he's going for the Tiger. When you pick this commander so late on the game, it's 20 minutes mark. Field control, it's not that great. Again, it's a lot of infantry units. They can get camouflage with those PTRs capability. Here comes the T-34 76. So I really don't know. I really don't know what Sturmjäger can do here. Mortar already dealing with the Schwerpanzer. He got the possibility for Jagdpanzer. Panzer IV could be a good call, actually, since it doesn't control the map. Having a Panzer IV could be very efficient. But again, PTRS, grenades. Now we're seeing a Zizgun, a T-34 is just not sure if the Panzer IV will be a good call. Oh, Volksgrenadiers could go down. That's the first squad wipe by the Soviet player. Volksgrenadiers directly on the front line. Maxim there. It's a difficult game. Alright, so he took the option to go for Panzer IV. Again, it's a little bit risky, but it's a good counter. He can counterattack infantry very easy. He can deal with the T-34 76. The big issue is just those PTRS, the grenades, and the anti-tank gun. Still got the Schwerpanzer. Barraging by the Ziz gun there. Nicely dodged.
Ready to deploy.
MG34 still maintaining the map control. It's falling back. Secondary MG coming in. Victory as well. Here comes the Panzer IV. Oh, it's really neat. I really agree to it. It's better than a Jagdpanzer.
Under fire.
Just being more mobile to it. And he can deal with the infantry. And right now he needs to deal with those conscript build. Oh, the Schwerpanzer could go down here. Just need at least 3 more shots by the mortar.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, fall back. Oh, here comes the PTRS. Oh, nicely done there. A little bit too crazy with the conscripts. A full squad gets wiped there on the right. Nicely picked. 80 gun will go for another shot there. Oh, he's not falling back. The Panzer IV, unfortunately, he's trying to deal with the pack. Oh, he managed to
All
it.
of our troops have been lost.
It's a good counterattack. This is a very positive situation for Sumyaga. He seems not, but he is. He did kill a conscript unit. It did disable the 80 gun. He didn't destroy it, but you know, it's a little bit bleed, and that's what you want to see right now. He needs to bleed his opponent. He got the mechanizer. There you go, going immediately for repairs. It's a good call. You can use the Stone Pioneers as well. It's Red 4, so they are a little bit faster, even to repairs. But perhaps he wants to use it on the front line. So it's 21 kills on the Stone Pioneers. They are doing nicely. Comes a big push. It's not a easy situation you want to be in. It's quite a lot of concentration you need to be in. And if you got a big army as this, of course it won't be easy. Oh, 80 gun could go down here. There you go, 80 gun. 80 gun goes down. Nice flank there. He got Molotovs. Oh, but he needs to be a normal squad. Oh, he didn't upgrade the Molotovs. Not even the anti-tank gun. Alright, so MG34 goes down. Here comes the fix and the Panzer IV. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, it's trying to pick up the 80 gun. Now the T34 to up out. Volkswagen could go down here. Oh, he doesn't want to lose those squads. They are already veterans on it. A fully retreat here by the Soviet player, getting punished by having so many conscripts, because there's a lot of reinforce and manpower to finance. It's not easy. Not easy at all. When you got a big army, you need to keep them repairing or keeping those units alive as long as possible. Well, I suppose the Panzer IV should be efficient. Oh, we managed to steal this gun there. The Schwerpanzer got destroyed, so it ended up being a good trade for both players here. The Soviet player still got double T-34s, and he got 5 squads of conscripts. Still looking nicely on the field. Oh, Wreckenroff again there for the picking. Oh, you don't want to give a free support weapon, but he's trying to at least kill the T-34 there on the backside. Just need one shot. And he did it! Nicely done! Comes the T-34.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
Let's fall fastly. Blitzkrieging. Holy! Oh my gosh! a little bit of RNG there
Standing by.
because he didn't get any crew shot. You know, he was using the Blix. Oh. Oh my god. Alright, so rage quick there. 27 minutes and 0-1 after that engagement. The Soviet player decides to throw the towel. Seems it's not working out for him. This kind of tactics. But he did have nicely, look at that, 10 kills, another one with 14 kills. But it's a lot of infantry, so it means you need to keep up with the reinforced capability on them. You need to keep up with the map. I don't know. Well, I really don't. It's not that I don't agree by spamming a lot of infantry. Sometimes, if you need to spam, go for it. This is a ranking match. You know, you want to win. You don't want to give a free victory. But I think that he did have a possibility to still to go in with the game. There's 359 points for Sturmjäger compared to 311 for the Soviet player. I really don't know why he's quitting. He lost double T-34s 7.6, but they are cheap. They cost you 90 fuel, and Sturmjäger will need a Schwerpanzer just to bring that target again to the field. So he needs to spend fuel to upgrade, to build up a Schwerpanzer again. So it will take him at least 15 minutes or almost 20 minutes of a game just to bring a Tiger on the field. So I really don't know why he's quitting a little bit early. I guess that is rage quitting, really. He lost the MG crew, he lost the AT for his opponent. You know, it's a free 66mm. It's really a nice gun because you can barrage ability here, and it's a fair amount of damage against any medium tanks or even heavy tanks. Can do a lot of damage to it. So good game. Congrats to Sturmjäger. Nice controls from the early game. I'm quite surprising winning those engagements against so many infantry units on the field and keeping up with the pressure in terms of map control, scaring away his opponent. But yeah, micro and good tactics there by Sturmjäger. The option there going for the Panzer II, the Perma, well, it was crucial. The idea of, I think the idea of Sturmjäger and as myself as a player, it will be to go for the Panzer II if I'm dealing with a lot of infantry units, because it's a good mobility anti-infantry. But in the moment that he saw those PTRs, wow, the Panzer II just got obsolete really fast. It needed to go immediately to go for repairs after the engagement. Then the Perma was to counterattack the T-70. That was a great idea because he only did have one Rickenwerfer and he needed that last shot to be to go for the kill. So he needed to be a little bit more mobile. So the Perma was a good call. We did see the Puma getting down this terrain here. Was a great pick by the Soviet player. So those PTRs are very deadly, but the nades, it's even worse. Every member of the squad will assault the target vehicle with anti-tank grenades. So it's 6-man grenades and it costs you 25 ammo. It's very cheap. Comparing with the normal grenade that it costs you 25 and it's only one for engine. You know, it's just for engine damage you need two grenades, so it's a lot of difference here, and the price cost is the same, and it's very efficient. So it's really a good pick. It was a beautiful kill there on the Puma. Good trade with the T-70, but he lost the Panzer II and the Puma together, and the game was turning upside down against Sturmjäger, but he managed to kill those T-34s, 7.6, killed the Maxim crew, stolen a AT gun, and a really beautiful game. Congrats to Sturmjäger. Great game there, but congrats to the Soviet player. I really don't know why he's quitting. The game could have go a little bit forward. It could go for diverse tactics against his opponent. It did have still a lot of conscripts. Look at that. So it's a lot of infantry units. You know, he could have picked the Maxim, go back to base, reinforce it. Try not to, you know, keep all your eggs on one basket. Try to spread a little bit. He could be using at least one squad to go for the points here on the north or on the south. Because if you got so many infantry units, you want to put pressure on your opponent. And you know, it's actually a top 50 player. I really don't get it. Perhaps the game that just didn't work out for him, or just perhaps was a little bit too difficult, or perhaps lag issues. We never know. And but it was a little bit strange not having so many infantry units and not benefiting from it, going for the arrest points there, you know, go for the cutoff points, keep up with the pressure against your opponent, because you will need to spend units to capture those points back or put pressure against you. It will open up a gap so you can go deep and go for the kills. That Panzer IV, yeah, he did pay off. 10 kills on the infantry, 2 vehicle destroys. So he did beautiful with the Panzer IV. Nicely done. So that's it, guys. I'm pretty tired. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for being on chat. Thank you for Flash Reborn, for all the work that he does on the community, and as well from Trick and Talisman. They did work on this map. We got just a fair amount of winter maps, so I really hope that perhaps next year we got a few more maps to it. Nice kill ratio for both players, even with so many conscripts. You know, his losses, it's very minimal, so he's been doing really nicely. But I really don't get it. I did have a large army. It could explore the map, perhaps. Well, I know that it's not first time that he plays, because this is a top player with the Soviets. Perhaps he's trying out with the commander. Alright, so that's it, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Take care, and you know, have fun, relax, enjoy the game a little bit. Hopefully, you know, hopefully all things will be considered, and just be friendly. There's no need to rage quit. I really don't know why the server play went so mad, but it was a really nice game. Well deserved win for Sturmjäger. He did lose the squad, but he managed to kill a couple. So really nice. It was a good trade. So that's it, guys. Take care. See you guys tomorrow, and hope you guys enjoy it. So cheerio.